Hi everyone, welcome to New York City. Hello NYC girl. We are in Midtown Manhattan. We're on West 49th Street. We're in the theater district at Tool. Hello UK, Rock City, Frogman, Volley. Cole is in the house. EJ, such a pleasure to see you. Do you guys want to watch a great drummer on Periscope? I want you to follow EJ Luna. He is incredible. Buffalo in the house. DRB in the house. So where is the camera pointing? Right across the street. That's where the Book of Mormon is on Broadway. That's what we're looking at right now. The theater is just starting. You can see you have people lining up. Let me just turn the camera to my left. And right here, the Broadway musical Chicago in the house. Hello, Kansas City, Malaysia in the house. Everybody's in the house. Romello, Kansas, Omaha, Ron in the house. It is very, very, very cold in New York City. It is only -5 Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit. -5 Celsius, people. As Ron Raxman likes to say, people. Chihuahua, Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo está? Yo estoy bien, gracias. Está la ciudad de Nueva York. I did not take the subway today. I live not too far from here. I live in Midtown Manhattan, so I just walked over. It's very cold. It's about 12:30 p.m. I don't have my watch on, but I believe it's about 12:30 p.m., give or take. 23 Fahrenheit, -5 Celsius. We're now approaching Broadway on West 49th Street. This is the heart of the theater district. This is where most of the Broadway shows are. We just looked at two of them. You're going to see Times Square, Denver, in the house. 12:12 p.m., thank you. That is the New Year's Eve ball right there. That's not a good view. I'm going to get you a much better view of that in a few minutes. We're actually going to walk in a northern direction, north of Broadway. This is not going to be a long Periscope because it's just too cold for me. That is the Times Square area that you're looking at right there. That's the New Year's Eve ball. That's not the best of views, but don't worry. I'm going to get you a better view of that in a few minutes. It is 12:15 p.m. and you're looking at Times Square. This is Broadway. The camera is facing south. No snow today, big show. The snow came yesterday. As you can see, we're on West 49th Street in Midtown Manhattan. We're not too far from Wicked, but we're closer to Chicago, which is right there. We just walked by there. And this is Broadway. There's the School of Rock on Broadway, another Broadway show in production. 12:15 p.m. in New York City. Very, very cold. It's only -5 Celsius. I'm in Midtown Manhattan, not too far from Times Square. It is way too cold to Periscope. This is not going to be a long scope at all. So we're going to walk north. Times Square is behind us. We're walking north, and we're going to get you a better view of the New Year's Eve ball, which is actually in the opposite direction. But believe it or not, the further away I go, I know a little spot where I can get you a really good view of the New Year's Eve ball. And then I'm going to take you to where Stephen Colbert tapes The Late Show. We're going to see that. That's the Ed Sullivan Theater. That'll be in a few minutes, and then we'll wrap up the scope because it is too cold. It is Sunday afternoon in New York City. We did have snow yesterday. You can see the slush still on the ground, although most of the snow has been cleared out. I'll point the camera down so you can see we still have snow from yesterday. It is expensive to live in New York City. I did not see Mariah Carey pretend to sing on New Year's Eve, but I hear there was a lot of mishaps with that, and I saw a little bit of it on the news. So let's just cross here, and then I'll get you a much better view of the New Year's Eve ball. This is an office building right here, Paramount Plaza, Equinox Gym. This is Broadway. There's the Winter Garden Theater. That's where School of Rock, a Broadway show, is in production. So what I'm going to do now is get you a much better view of the New Year's Eve ball. It's right in front of you. Let me zoom in. Do you see it? Right there. Right there. That is the New Year's Eve ball. You all saw that on New Year's Eve. You saw that all over the news just a week ago. That's where the ball dropped. You see it's turning colors. That's Waterford crystal. Over 2,600 crystals, and it's about 11,800 pounds. That's how heavy that New Year's Eve ball is. You saw that all over the news. Millions of people lining Times Square, cheering in that New Year's Eve ball as it dropped on Broadway. Right there. There it is. That is the New Year's Eve ball. I'll leave the camera here another moment. Gary, good to see you. Andy, good to see you. I'm missing a lot of comments. If I missed your comments, please do not take it personally. There's a lot of foot traffic. I have to watch where I'm walking, and I am missing comments. Belchev, good to see you. My M Tends to Travel, a great periscoper. I want you all to give M Tends to Travel a follow. He's awesome. Joey_67 is here. Do you guys see Joey_67? A phenomenal periscoper out of Brooklyn. Give him a follow as well. M Tends to Travel, another great scoper. Everybody's on here. The camera right there is facing the actual New Year's Eve ball. There it is. That's Waterford Crystal. You just see it just changed yellow. It's multiple different colors. Where's all the money in New York? There it is. I'll just leave the camera on here a few more minutes. It's quite cold, so I cannot stay on here much longer. That's Waterford Crystal. It's over 11,000 pounds, over 2,600 crystals. You saw that all over the news on New Year's Eve. It's my pleasure to bring you this periscope. Sorry for the camera moving. My glasses fell off my head, so I'm holding my glasses in one hand and my phone in the other hand. And I am freezing. It is -5 Celsius, -5 Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit. It's about 12:17 p.m. in the afternoon. Good to see you, Gary. I do apologize for missing your comments. I missed a lot of them. It's not intentional. Please do not take it personally if I don't respond to your question. I just did not see it. It is too cold. It is way too cold. Absolutely agree. All right, and right there across the street is School of Rock. That's the Winter Garden Theater. That is in production. -5 Celsius, Gary. You heard me correctly. Guys, my glasses fell off my head. Hold on a second. This is a bad view. I'm putting my glasses in my bag. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Hold on. Hold on. I know I'm screwing up with the camera. Not one of my better scopes. Hold on. It's just way too cold. -5, way too cold. We're walking north on Broadway now. The next stop is, I am going to get inside. I want to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you the Ed Sullivan Theater, which is where Stephen Colbert tapes The Late Show. Is the camera on my phone? This is an iPhone 7, so the camera is indeed built into the phone. Right there, let me turn around again. There's the Winter Garden Theater, where School of Rock is in production. And there's another view of the New Year's Eve Times Square Ball right there. I know, Joey, you're so right. 50 Fahrenheit coming up in about 2 or 3 days. That's why everyone's getting sick. -5 right now, Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit. If I go landscape, the view is pretty much the same. I'm now landscape. There's just too many buildings. It's a very narrow corridor. You're now looking landscape. And right there across the street, well, I'm too zoomed in. Hold on. There's the New Year's Eve ball. Camera's shaking. Mary's getting frostbite. That's the New Year's Eve ball. You saw that all over the news just a week and a half ago or so. That New Year's Eve ball, once again, is over 11,000 pounds, extremely heavy. It is Waterford Crystal. Redstone Soldier, good to see you. Joey, feel better, my friend. Guys, I want you to follow Joey_67. He's an amazing scoper. And I also want you to follow Mike Tends to Travel. And I'm missing so many comments. I do apologize. Vancouver in the house. Good to see you, Red Stoner. Yes, Howard Johnson is near here. This is Broadway. This is all Times Square that I'm facing south. We're going to leave this area. We're going to head north. This is Broadway facing south. You're looking at Broadway facing south. We're now going to turn the opposite direction, and we are going to face north, and I'm going to show you the Ed Sullivan Theater, where Stephen Colbert tapes The Late Show. The Marriott is further south to the west of where the camera was just pointing. There's M Tends to Travel. He did a phenomenal scope yesterday in Central Park. And I don't know what, not sure if you're still going to meet up with Vinny, M Tends to Travel. Let me know. It might be too cold. Today might be a day just to sit inside. I have not seen Hamilton. There is a year waiting list to get tickets to Hamilton, at least a year. UK in the house. Once again, we are in New York City. We're in Midtown Manhattan. It is extremely, extremely ice cold. -5 Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit. Can I say good morning, Sarah? Hello, Sarah. Have I been to the new? I took the 2nd Avenue subway yesterday, but only to 63rd Street. I did not go further north of 63rd, but I would like to check it out. This was all covered with snow yesterday. We did get a few inches of snow. It has been basically washed away, but you can still see snow by the curbs. It's very quiet today. It's a Sunday. It's not a work day, so traffic is not bad. There is no more snow coming in the immediate future. Actually, the temperature is going to rise drastically to 50 Fahrenheit in about 3 days. Right now, it's 23 Fahrenheit. Straight ahead is a Broadway show called Fiddler on the Roof. Yes, I live in a high-rise apartment building. Very close to where we are right now, actually. Fiddler on the Roof on Broadway. Chicago in the house. Lots of rain coming, indeed. Although it's too cold to rain here. Normally I would scope much longer than this, but we have to keep the scope short because I am freezing. Detroit in the house. I do scope from my roof deck, where you can see from the 36th floor roof deck of my building. I scope frequently from that roof deck, but not today, not in the last week or so. It's just been too cold. My holidays are going very well. Taki! Do you guys see Taki? An amazing tech reporter. Give her a follow for the latest and greatest news in the world of tech. Taki. All right, here's the Late Show with David Letterman right here. Well, it's not David Letterman, Stephen Colbert. David Letterman taped here for years. He retired last year in May of 2015. Stephen Colbert took over in September of 2015. And right here is where he tapes The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. This is the Ed Sullivan Theater. The Beatles played here in the 1960s. I'm wearing them. I'm wearing the gloves. The Beatles played here in the 1960s. It's a historic landmark building. And of course, David Letterman, the beloved David Letterman, taped here for many, many, many years until he retired. You wish you were in New York City? Everybody should come to New York City. But if you're coming now, you must bundle up. It is only 23 Fahrenheit, -5 Celsius. Once again, this is Broadway. This is Broadway facing south. My plans for the day are very exciting. Let me tell you my plans for the day. Go back to my apartment, go under a nice warm blanket, and sit and relax for the rest of the day. Those are my exciting social plans. We are not in downtown Manhattan. We are in Midtown Manhattan. We are in the West 50s along Broadway. Let me turn the camera around and get you another view of the Ed Sullivan Theater. Right there. There it is. Hey, from Australia, you're going to New York City? Go see a Broadway show. Go to Times Square. Visit Central Park. Make sure you check the weather and bundle up accordingly if it's going to be cold. Hopefully it won't be this cold next month. What streets are downtown? Downtown is more like where the financial district is on Wall Street. We're not anywhere near downtown. We're in Midtown. We're in the West 50s. Wall Street's about 4 miles to the south in the opposite direction of where the camera's pointing. I'm walking north right now. Wall Street is in the south. Guys, I'm going to walk another minute and then I must wrap this periscope up. I am beyond freezing. Moscow, привет, спасибо for joining. I think it's colder in New York than it is in Moscow. It's -5 Celsius in New York, Moscow. What is it Celsius where you are? I've been to Moscow. It's a beautiful country, a beautiful city. How far from the park? Central Park is right up ahead, but we're not going that far north. Central Park is right up ahead. The Time Warner Center is very close to where we are. Oh, you're too kind. Is that Rack City? You're too kind. My favorite place in New York City is Central Park. I go running in Central Park when it's warmer. I go running a lot, jogging. I love Central Park. M Tends to Travel did a fantastic periscope yesterday from Central Park. You can watch that on replay. He goes by M Tends to Travel. Another good New York City periscoper is Joey_67, who's also on here watching. He's based out of Brooklyn. There he is, M Tends to Travel. Watch his periscope from Central Park yesterday. It was fantastic. All right, guys, I do apologize for cutting this periscope a little shorter than normal, but it is just way too cold. I am going back into my apartment. I'm very close to where I live. Jeff Goldberg's an excellent periscoper. You should be following him too. Oh, Tacky, you're fantastic too. You're all great. So guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Dutch Maz, you just joined, but I'm wrapping it up because it is freezing. So I want to thank all of you for joining. Let me go in the middle of the street here. This is Broadway. I'm going to wrap this up. I want to wish all of you a wonderful end of the weekend. And when the weather warms up in a few days, I'll come back and do another scope. Let me turn the camera south. We're now facing south. I want to thank all of you. Take care. Joey, you're the best. Take care. Belchev, thanks for being here. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.